Hey, how's it going, homies? So I'm filming this on my birthday in the morning, and I'm going to be uploading it a few days after. And I just want to say that ever since I was like 16, on my birthday I would feel kind of weird, almost sad, and I don't really know why. I guess it's because I would try to understand where I am and who I am at the moment, and I don't really know why. For example, on my 17th birthday, I wanted to go watch a movie, but I just felt like watching it alone. So I could just be myself and not smile for anyone or look happy and shit. I loved the movie, it was really fun, but at the same time, the experience was kind of bittersweet. Because what is happiness if you can't share it with anyone? So I was kind of enjoying myself, but at the same time, I felt kind of empty, you know? So today I wanted to talk about growing up while I'm shaving my dumb mustache and beard. I know it's not kind of dumb, but like my mom hates it, but it's kind of cool and shit. But it's a present for her. Funny enough, I think as children we would imagine like grown people are these bearded men. I don't know what's about that, but I've had a small beard for quite a while now, and I don't know, it didn't feel adult to me. But nowadays, ever since like my mustache started growing like proper, I feel way more adult, like just from the visual standpoint. And when I shave it, it kind of feels like I'm an imposter. Yeah, I know. So yeah, back to the point which I want to talk about is the whole process of growing up. I feel it's not even about the age itself, because some people are adults by the age, but they don't really act like it. Because some people grow up quite young, I would say. It really depends on the circumstances of their life. But some people don't grow up ever. And what that means is that they don't ever accept the consequences for their actions or get any repercussions. Usually these people will blame everyone around them instead of themselves for their actions or the consequences that they get. Like a child which thinks that the world revolves around him, but there isn't a lot of these people. Usually just all of us, we kind of have some parts of it, but not all of it, and it's a rarity that a person is completely childlike. And one of the most recent signs that I became an adult, the point where when I dropped out of the university, I was studying archaeology a year before, and I just didn't feel like it. I felt like it wasn't for me, and I really was way more interested in filmmaking than in archaeology. So I just decided that I should drop out and start studying filmmaking instead of archaeology. But the problem with that was that it was January when I dropped out, so I couldn't study right away, and I didn't know what to do. So I felt the responsibility to do something. So I found a job, and I tried to make short films, but then COVID hit and it all went sort of to shit. I couldn't work and I couldn't make short films with anyone else but myself. So I tried, but actually most of it's just complete trash, and I don't like it. And there's just like a few of them that I posted, and maybe I was too self-critical of myself, but I don't know. In general, I didn't give up because I had a responsibility to prove to myself and to others that my decision to drop out wasn't dumb and was a good decision. So I still tried, and if it wasn't making short films, I was trying to get to know people, to learn about others, to hear other people's stories, and by doing that, I got to know quite a lot of new people, and a big part of them are creatives. Yeah, so I still tried to do something, and by a weird chance I met this guy Ben, who is a member of a group digging for Kanki, and he kind of gave me an opportunity to show myself that I'm still capable of doing good stuff, and I made a music video, and it was quite good. From then on, I felt like I could be better and I should push myself. Even if I'm feeling down, I should push myself. And ever since the end of May, I make weekly short films, and I haven't skipped a week since. And this brings to my next point, which is not just being responsible, but keeping your word and your promise, not just to yourself, but to others. Because as an adult, you become less and less impulsive, and you try to think through everything with logic instead of emotion. Well, at least you should. Because acting out of emotion is just irresponsible and dumb. I know it's hard to do something that is more logical and good for you instead of what feels good for you at the moment, but you have to do it because you know that in the long run it's way more beneficial and good for you. Keeping your word is one of the most important and honorable characteristics in a person, because it shows that you don't back down. Even if something happens, you're still going to do that thing that you promised. And that is really important, because then people know that they can be dependent on you and you can provide for them or defend them if they are weaker. This is the same for me. I'm making a video every week, and that means that every week I have to shoot. Well, most of the time. And a lot of those weeks I might feel not that good. I might feel sad or lazy, but I'm still going out and doing what I have to do, because that means that I'm working on it. I'm working on myself, and I'm not giving up just because I don't feel like it at the moment. And most of the times when I start shooting or start editing, even though I felt bad or lazy, I feel kind of good, because I overcame those emotions with logic, with understanding what I have to do, what's the bigger plan of all of it. Without that, I would just be like the lost child in a store that is crying and just standing in one place instead of going out through aisles and searching for its parents. Yeah, so I would be kind of hopeless if I would give in to those urges to not do anything. So it all ties back to the story of me dropping out and going to study film and making short films. That decision was based on logic. It wasn't an easy decision to drop out, and I thought about it, and I just thought that it would be better for me. Maybe I will fail, but that doesn't matter. I feel way better doing this, doing the things I like, and trying to reach something to make money out of it, instead of working at a place where I couldn't care less. And each day I think about that decision, and I think it was a good one, because I'm trying to keep my promise and it's working, and I couldn't feel any better. This is great. And lastly, for me, is to be an adult is to not care what others think that you have to be or do, or what is good for you and what is not, because you can form free thoughts and reflect on what is the best for you and not what others think that is the best for you. And I know that it's hard, because we evolved to care what others think about, just like in the tribes, but that's how people have no idea what they're doing in life act. That's not how leaders think. Leaders, they make the rules, and they prove it by having a unique and interesting thoughts and ideas about the world and make people follow them, because they know what they're doing. I know that it's not that easy to do, but you have to try. And I know that not everyone is a leader, and the snowflake motherfucker is not a leader also, but you have to try and act like one, just so you could form your own thoughts in your own life instead of following everyone else. I think everyone should do what they want to do if it doesn't infringe on other people's rights or freedoms. Not caring about other people's opinions is freeing.
And reflecting what you want from life is a must if you're an adult, because you have to understand what you want. Even if your goal for life or what you like to do is just carpeting or, I don't know, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, it's still your thing and it makes you happy. Sundays with the boys, those are the best. So just make them happen. Understanding your own insights makes you you. Doing what you love, even as a hobby, is still important, because that makes you enjoy life. Even if it's just walking around in the park, that's great. If you want to live a life that brings you joy, and not just a temporary one, but a full internal joy, you have to do those things so that at the end you wouldn't feel like shit. But honestly, I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. I'm just a 21-year-old with a YouTube channel and a dream to make stuff. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck. Why are you listening to my opinions? I'm just sort of a nobody. But you know, I try to do something, at least something in life. And I don't know if it's good or not. I'm just going on my instincts. I try to be an adult who is responsible, word keeping, and free. But I don't end up with everything every time I want it. It's just a dream. And I try to make it a reality. Honestly, I hope next year I'm going to be better. And I'm going to be stronger, because this is one of the first birthdays I feel kind of happy. Which is weird, but it feels good. What the fuck, dude? It looks kind of fucking cool, but kind of weird, not gonna lie.